Hey guys, James Wolf here, and today is another episode of CSI Hard Evidence. In this episode, we're currently trying to reassemble the case glass from the God, I always fucking hate this. When I draw a blank. It's an English display case. Display case. The display case. We know this is a now that I have a starting point, let's work out from there. Wouldn't you really only have to assemble the glass with the bullets in it?
Two holes in the glass. The oblique hole has longer spread in its cracks, meaning it was fired first. That bullet went into our victim's heart, which would have dropped him immediately. Our circular bullet hole, fired second, wound up in his shoulder. But in the time it takes to move across the room and snap off that second shot, our Vic would already have dropped. Plus, if the shooter got him through the heart, why would he move to shoot him in the shoulder afterward? Even in the heat of battle, that makes no sense. Only way these angles could match the angles of the body is if both shots were fired simultaneously, or almost so. We're looking at two shooters. Our lone gunman was not alone.
Gil, I have a rundown on the family background of both victim and confessed shooter. You're gonna love this.
I'm almost sure I won't.
Dad Ed's father is Eddie Tillis, the producer of The Bullet Train. Ring a bell? An oldie but goodie from a few cases back? And Killer Keith is none other than the son of Jill Wilde, Bullet Train's ex-lead singer. And now it goes from odd to weird. Maybe you can solve this puzzle. What looks like Keith, sounds like Keith, has the same DNA as Keith, and isn't Keith. Who has his own private set of fingerprints, by the way.
Well, I'm going to rule out a clone. Identical twin brother?
Close, but one twin short. You know Vegas, Gil. Often takes trips to win and hold 'em.
Keith's an identical triplet? This is a celebrity family. Why didn't we know about this?
Few knew. Jill's family managed to keep a very private life, and after all, we're talking fringe celebrities. Jill's not exactly top of the charts these days. We do understand the brothers live together, but we haven't snagged the triplets' address yet. About now, Jill should be finishing a show at the casino. Why don't I run over there?
Alright.
Ed Jr.? Dead? How terrible. And you think 2 of my boys were involved in the shooting? I mean, something's horribly wrong. My boys are good boys. Not perfect, maybe, but Keith is a wonderful son. You say he's confessed? Kill Ed Jr.? My God, this is a nightmare. There must be some kind of mistake. You must not be reading the evidence the right way.
There's no mistake about at least 2 of your sons being involved, Jill. And I assure you, we're careful readers where the evidence is concerned.
Anthony and Billy have both been in the kind of innocent jams that every boy gets into. But Keith is good as gold. Those boys are the joy of my life. Anthony, Billy, Keith. Anthony's got an impulsive streak, sure, and Billy's a streak, sure, and Billy's in the middle going with the flow, whereas Keith, well, he's the peacemaker. He keeps my other sons out of hot water. Any of them murderers? Oh, it's absurd. It's simply unthinkable. Not that much. Decent drummer, you know, real laid back. Lots of drummers are wild behind their kit and then zone out off stage. Of course, his father, Eddie, we have history because of the band, Bullet Train. Ever since I left back in the 80s, the Tillises and the Wild's been like, you know, the Hatfields and McCoys of rock and roll. Not that I remember Ed Jr. buying into that particularly. Nothing happened. My boys wouldn't do this awful thing to Ed Jr. Of course, they've been pretty stressed out, losing their father in that horrible electrocution. Then the responsibility of inheriting their dad's rights in the band. See, ever since the reading of the will, that greedy bastard Eddie's been trying to weasel the rights away from him. Legal maneuvers, and not so legal maneuvers. All I can figure is maybe Ed Jr. got himself in the middle of all that. I mean, it's true, my boys never, you know, really got along with him. But I can't picture them being involved in this terrible thing. And if by some bizarre happenstance they are, retaliation against Papa Eddie through son Ed is all I can figure. Ed Jr., though, was class. Eddie, you can forget the C and the L.
Thank you, Miss Wilde. Rest assured, if your boys are innocent, we'll do everything we can to clear them. Our only goal here is justice.
They share an apartment, but keep an unlisted phone number, hiding from the limelight. As the offsprings of somebody as famous as me, well, it's a burden, you know? It's, not that far from the gift shop where Ed Jr. worked, come to think of it. Maybe a quarter of a mile. You want the address? Here you go.
Let's go inform Ed.
Yeah, well, thanks. He was a good kid. Such a good kid. I can't believe, even begin to believe it. He had his own band, you know? Ed was the drummer, and a damn good one, too. So much talent. Such a loss. Such a loss.
We have a confession from the youngest Wild.
Those goddamn kids of Jill's should have known. You need to look at that no-good punk Anthony. But they're all punks, spoiled trash. Talk to their mother. Even she'll admit any one of those bad seeds could have done this awful thing.
Actually, she didn't.
Where? You're not making a suspect out of me, are you? You think I'd kill my own son?
We're just trying to cover the bases.
Out on a date last night. I went out to dinner. Called abroad if you want. No, I can think of 100. I've had issues with Jill for a lot of years, and her sons and my son were oil and water from birth. From childhood, those three would gang up on Ed Jr., but God help them the times Ed got any of them one-on-one. See, it's a matter of parental choice. I chose to raise my son right. She chose to spoil her three evil brats.
Thank you, sir. I am done with you.
Anthony Wild, Billy Wild, Gil Grissom, Vegas Crime Lab.
Crime lab, huh? Cool. Well, you won't find any test tubes here, but mi casa is su casa. I'm Anthony. This is my brother Billy. He's the one with the beanie.
We have your brother Keith.
I suppose you want to talk about Keith. He hasn't been around since last night, and we were both worried because he took his guns with him. Like I said, last night, 8:30 maybe, right after dinner. I flew out of here hotter than hell. I asked him what was up his tailpipe, and he just said he was going to take care of business. Hey, he's okay, right?
He's
yeah,
arrested.
he didn't get hurt or anything, did he?
Eddie's son isn't so lucky. He's been shot, fatally shot. And your brother says he shot him.
Keith shooting little Ed? Man, that's way off the hook. Whoa, something must have really set him off. 'Cause he's the wild who's not that wild. Well, a little while after Keith left, Billy and me, we kind of freaked out, you know? I mean, Keith flies out of here with 2 guns stuck in his damn pants. What's that all about? So we went out and checked his haunts, like the video arcade and a burger joint. Nothing. So we finally blew it off and headed back to the crib.
Did you stop by the Old West Tourist Museum, where the victim worked a few blocks from here?
No, why would Keith go see little Ed? We weren't tight or anything. Little Ed and us Wild brothers. In fact, Billy and me, we headed off the opposite way. Why, is that where it went down? Only thing I can think of, and it isn't any kind of murder motive, but a couple days back, Keith came in and caught little Ed in our apartment, fiddling with our laptop case. Like I said, we weren't exactly tight, and Keith ran after his ass. Little Ed scooted, left the laptop behind, but Keith lost him. Just all the legal documents and stuff about our rights to Dad's old band. Like I said, mi casa, su casa. Our prince, your prince. We only want this thing cleared up and Keith back home with us. Go for it. Anything to help get our brother out of this jail.
I can respect that. I can respect that always.
Sure. I guess that'd be okay.
Thank you.
What did my brother say? 8:30? Yeah, about 8:30, I guess.
What is on your arm? Ooh, excuse me. Excuse me. Jesus Christ. Okay, we got a bra. And a picture.
Here's a fabulous flashback. Kathy, the lead singer wannabe. Think the Trips were fans?
I'm gonna take a rain check on that, Gil. I'm gonna go with Billy because he's got that thing on his arm. Anthony. Oh no, 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 no. Second. So Anthony. Go with the second.
So our Vic may have been in the Trips' crib when he touched this. Broke in to steal the laptop, got caught, but skipped. Then two of the brothers confronted him at work, bringing their own guns to exhibit. Pink fiber from our Vic's fingernails matches this bra. Links Anthony and/or Billy to the crime scene.
Why Billy Wilde? You know what? I think I'm gonna leave this one off here before I continue any further. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please like, comment, subscribe, and as always, I shall catch you guys in the next video. Have a great, wonderful day. Bye-bye.